Hey everybody, and welcome to That's What She Said Sports. This is your host Nicole Monique, and I am here in sunny Orlando, Florida at the National Association of Black Journalists Convention and Career Fair. This is an exciting time. This is actually my first convention, and I wanted to share with you not only all the people that I've met, but show you what I did as well.
Media too, because we are an entity that amasses a mass amount of people every Sunday and who connect with us both over internet and television and everything else, and we have a responsibility to project information to help people through perilous times. I like to be, when I can, a first responder in a crisis, that we can do something. We might not can do everything, but we can do something to contribute to making things better for people. That's one of the ways that I think church remains relevant in a contemporary society.
Well, I think we need to step back a minute and give just a little bit of historical context, because the Voting Rights Act itself was enacted to implement the 15th Amendment to the Constitution. No state shall deprive anybody of the right to vote on account of race or previous condition of servitude.
So there was a constitutional amendment. Folks said, we really don't care, so therefore they had to pass a law to enforce a constitutional amendment.
There you go, 100 years later.
He is a preacher, and I told Bishop, I said, Bishop, I wore these socks just for you, a little color.
You have your flag. Okay. Now. And since your father is such a living legend, we have a plaque for Jackie Brothers.
And we are here with April Holmes, who's one of the recipients of the 2013 NABJ Pioneer Awards. And we wanted to find out from April, what did it mean to be a pioneer?
I believe any time that you can receive an award from journalism experts to say, you know, you're doing a great job. And anytime people acknowledge you for doing what you do, it's truly an honor and truly a blessing. So I was overjoyed to be here and couldn't have picked a better group of honorees to be honored with.
Well, you gave an amazing speech about waking up and being a winner. And where does that attitude come from?
I wish I could tell you. I'm just telling you, I got a whole lot of faith.
Right.
So when you have a whole lot of faith, you know, you have no choice but to wake up every morning and say, you know, you were destined to be great. You were called to be great. And only how you can believe that is if you start your day off saying, you know, I'm going to be great today. And despite whatever it might have happened yesterday, and despite what may have happened years ago and whatever, you know, it takes a champion to wake up every morning and say, hey, I want to be great. And so that's just kind of the attitude I have, and have no idea where it came from, but luckily I still keep it.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say, as somebody who's sitting in the audience, you know, sometimes they say when you need to hear the word, I needed to hear that. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, and I hope to talk to you soon one day.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. We
are here talking to Bill Lester, who is a NASCAR pioneer who just won a Pioneer Award for NABJ Sports from the NABJ Sports Task Force. And I wanted to ask you, you said I can call you Bill, so yes, thank you for absolutely. That. What does it mean to you to win this Pioneer Award?
Well, it's a tremendous honor. I mean, it was definitely unexpected, and when I was going through my racing career, I never thought about winning honors and that sort of thing. My achievements are really just trying to get to, you know, the checkered flag first. So right. For people to recognize me, especially the NABJ, is quite tremendous for me.
You said something in your speech which was quite remarkable, and definitely it touched me as far as, you know, not giving up that dream and having that passion. If you could talk a little bit more about that and tell our audience a little bit of as far as what you did to get to that next level at NASCAR.
No, I'm not sure you have enough tape or film for all that, but I mean, the fact of the matter is that I found at a very young age that I had a passion for cars and speed, and I knew it was up to me to make that passion a reality. And while it took me a long time to do it, because I wasn't born in the sport with a silver spoon and don't come from, you know, means and financial, you know, influence, I just took the path that I had to take to get to where I needed to go. So I went through engineering school. I got a electrical engineering, computer science degree from Cal Berkeley. I went to work in the high-tech industry for 15 years and was a weekend warrior on the racetrack, both through amateur racing and a few, you know, scattered professional races. And then, you know, fortunately, my wife, she supported me wholeheartedly, and at 37, she said, listen, you devote all your time and attention to it and make it happen, or realize it wasn't for you. And so I left the security of a full-time 9-to-5 with corporate America to jump into the vast unknown of trying to apply myself as a full-time race car driver. And after 3 years of being what I consider to be gainfully unemployed, my ship came in, and I became a full-time professional race car driver at 40 years old, which is essentially unheard of. You don't become a professional at 40, you're usually retiring at 40. And so wound up racing in NASCAR for a considerable number of years, and road race sports cars as well. So I've been very fortunate. I've even represented Team USA in international go-karting, so in Portugal. So I've had a very blessed career, and it was all as a result of the fact that I just didn't take no for an answer. Perseverance and persistence, realizing that you've been given a gift, believing in yourself, and making it happen.
Well, I can't say any better than that. I just want to say thank you for being such a great inspiration. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you. It's my
pleasure.
pleasure.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Hey, Doc, you had mentioned you kind of joked with the media as far as, you love the media, but then you kind of have jokes with them. So what kind of advice would you give to young journalists just starting out when they're interviewing coaches like yourself?
Well, you're doing a good job right now, so that would be my advice. Just ask your questions and be honest about it. Every interview is not going to be a earth-breaking or earth-shattering interview. Sometimes you just need to ask the question, is what I would tell most young journalists, is just ask the question. Most of the time you're going to get the right answer, and push your way forward and through, because I think for you guys it's tough. It's really hard out there. A lot of established relationships that you have to break your way through, and that's hard. But you can do it. And you do stand out. You can look at it that way as well, and standing out in a good way.
Right. Well, good luck next season. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Lesley Batson, Chief Chick at Fanatchicks, and that's Fanatchicks, FANATCHICKS.com. It's for chicks who dig sports, so if you're a woman who loves to watch sports or play sports, it's the destination for you.
I'm Michael Smith from ESPN, and I say you are watching That's What She Said Sports. Say it to somebody else, because that's what she said to do. So I'm doing it. I said so, or something like that.
So I want to personally thank all those who took the time to talk to me this week at the convention. I really appreciate your time, and hopefully you out there, you also learned a little bit more about those that I spoke to as well. And remember, you can find That's What She Said Sports at twssports.com. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and we'll see you next time.